What's up, everybody? Remy Sheets here, as usual. Hold on, I forgot to put on my shades. It's only for the intro, okay? I'm not gonna edit with my shades on. Anyway, today I'm gonna show you how I retouch my portraits. Sit tight, enjoy the video. I hope you learned a thing or two, and please consider liking this video, subscribing, and also following me on Instagram. I don't want to take too much time with this, so without any further ado, let us get into editing. Okay, and right here in Photoshop, we've got this beautiful raw file of Andy that I shot a couple days ago. I'll be using my mouse and keyboard for this, no trackpad. Sorry, I mean no tablet, just so it's pretty practical for everyone, because not everybody has like a Wacom tablet, right? So I'm just gonna do some basic adjustments right now. I really love how this looks actually. Our histogram says that our blacks are really high. I also consider that as shadows, but I'll just take that into translation as the image is kind of underexposed. So I'm just gonna turn this up. By the way, if you don't get this dialogue, just press Command Shift A or Control Shift A, or go up to Filter and Camera Raw. That's all you do to get this box. So yeah, I'm just gonna increase my exposure, increase my contrast a little bit. I think I'm gonna just increase my highlights but decrease my whites. Yeah, and I keep tapping Alt just to see if there's any clipping. Clipping is like when the whites are so bright you've lost all detail. So that means that even if you print the photo, you're not gonna have any detail in these parts that are starting to come up. So yeah, I'll just decrease my whites there. My shadows look pretty good. Yeah, I'll just decrease them a little, and I'll decrease my blacks a little just to increase the contrast. And I'm just gonna up my texture, right? Perfect, because that's gonna help us later when we do our skin retouching. So at the moment, the image just looks all right, you know. If I press, I don't know what this button is next to the square bracket keys. The backslash, I guess, / I don't know. But anyway, yeah, if I press that twice, I'll get a before and after. So I pressed it once, pressed it twice, and this is our after at the moment. Yeah, so I'm pretty happy with what it looks like right now. So I'm just going to open the image. Usually I would have opened up like my presets and added a preset, but since you guys are following along, it wouldn't be very practical for you guys. So I'm just gonna zoom in a little, right? Press Command J or drag this all the way down just to duplicate this, or Control J. And then I'm gonna press J for my healing brush tool, and I'm going to press Shift and J until I get my patch tool. Yeah, and then I'm just gonna clean up the blemishes on Andy. It shouldn't take too long, honestly. We're just trying to clean up the blemishes that look really big. So I'm just gonna zoom in a little bit. Try not to work zoomed in so much, because it really interrupts you're gonna zoom out. If you do that for a long time, you're gonna zoom out, and yeah, it's just, yeah, it might not be exactly, what you need to see. Also, I'm sorry if sometimes my computer slows down. I'm screen recording and having Photoshop open, and yeah, you guys just might witness an aneurysm from this computer. So yeah, speaking of computers, I'm actually editing on my iMac iMac 20, I think it's a late 2012. It's not that crazy. It's actually not meant to be running Photoshop because of the GPU. I'm meant to have an older version of Photoshop, but yeah, it works, so it's all right, I guess. Just gonna heal that over there. Oops. So by the way, I'm pressing Control Z or Command Z, just to like undo when I make a mistake. All right, much better. And let's see. These are kind of part of Andy's eyes, sorta. So I'll just leave those, and I'll press Command and 0 or Control 0 just to zoom back out. All right, cool. So before, after, not too bad. Please make sure to like this video if I've helped you so far, or if you're enjoying it so far, you know, it would mean a lot to me. Right, so next thing we want to do is just some frequency separation. Usually I click here and it would do my action, but I'll assume you guys don't know how to do it. So I'll press Control J twice to duplicate my layers, right? So I'll double click on that and call it low and call this high. So that's your low frequency and high frequency. I'm not going to go into detail too much about this. If you need to learn frequency separation, this is not the video for you. I'm just showing you how I retouch my photos. Yeah, you can like get more in-depth knowledge on frequency separation. Like there's like a bunch of videos out there. I don't think I'm the best person to teach it. Anyway, I'm gonna turn this off, keep my low layer on, go to blur, Gaussian blur, and we're gonna blur this photo, but we gotta see where our texture might be. So gotta find a place with good texture. I think this is good texture over here. So I'm gonna increase this until that texture is slightly just not visible. All right, I think that's cool. I'll do 4.9 to be safe. So one secret with frequency separation is the lower you are, the softer your skin, but you're not gonna have any texture. The higher you go, like the sharper your skin, and you're gonna have texture, but you don't want to give it too much texture. Otherwise your photo's it's not gonna come out like properly. All right, so now I'm just gonna make high visible, and I'm going to go to image, apply image. I've been using the action so much, like that's the danger of using actions, and I've been doing frequency separation for so many years. So yeah, you want to go to the blend mode here and click subtract, then change your scale to 2, your offset to 128. It's already done it for me here because I do it all the time. Then change your layer to low, right? So yeah, you want to affect the low frequency. So yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's what it's meant to look like. And click OK. Then change your blend mode to linear light. Yes, that is it, linear light. All right, cool. Damn, this Photoshop is making me look bad today. All right, cool. So I'm just gonna duplicate my low layer, but I'm gonna hide it. Then I'm gonna click on low and hold shift and highlight up till high. And I'm gonna press Command G or just click this folder and it groups everything. So I'll call this frequency separation. Perfect. All right, so I'm gonna go to low there, press L for my lasso tool, increase the feather. It depends on like the kind of camera you have and like how close you are to the subject. I shoot on a 12 megapixel Sony A7S, and this was a portrait, so usually I don't need a high feather, but today I do need a high feather because yeah, it's quite a close photo. So I think I'll make it about 24 pixels. And I'm on my lasso tool and I'm just gonna highlight like her skin essentially, right? Try not to highlight any sharp edges as that will affect your results. All right, that's perfect. Just like that, go to filter, noise, median. All right. I prefer using median instead of Gaussian blur because this retains more texture. Actually, I think I'm gonna need a higher feather. So I'm just gonna change the feather to 34. Yep. I can tell because like when you add like median, right? The skin like outside of the selection is meant to look affected slightly. Yeah, so I think that's better. So I think I will choose a radius of 39 for this. I think that's good. Then I'm gonna go in here, and because I'm lazy, I'm going to use the same radius, but you should not. You should use the right radius. So noise, median. Yeah, that looks pretty good to me actually, honestly. Yeah. Add some more of that. Also, I'm sorry if you can hear the background noise. Like there's clubs all over like by us, so yeah. Just gonna go down here. I know the selection is really bad. It's because I'm using my mouse on like a wooden surface, which is terrible. So now I'm gonna hold Alt and just make like remove parts of the selection where I don't want the selection. Does that make sense? Like that. Perfect. Like that. Yeah, perfect. All right, that's pretty good. Then let's go to noise, median. And right, I'm just gonna zoom out because remember what we said about working too zoomed in all the time. Oops, yeah, so let's see. Okay, I'm trying to give her a good skin and I'm trying to create uniformity in the skin, but I don't want to mess with my texture too much. I hope that makes sense. So I'm just like going back and just like looking, and it's good to take your time because that trains your eye. Okay, so I think 57 is pretty good. It'll have to do for this. I will go down and deselect and just essentially, yeah, like repeat that effect. And then I'm going to go down here by her neck and chest and filter, median. All right, cool. And I'm gonna press Z, zoom into her lips. All right, and I'm just gonna put my mouse there, my selection, sorry. And we definitely need a new radius because it's a new type of texture. All right, so let's see. Actually, I think I might try doing Gaussian blur here. Gaussian blur is like kind of more aggressive. That's why I don't like using it as much. All right, okay, perfect. So now I'm gonna zoom out. It's not so bad. I think I just want to work on her lips slightly more. So what I'm gonna do is just blend the colors. So I'm gonna press B and pick my mixer brush tool, right? And just, yeah, have a look at my settings real quick. You're gonna wanna copy that, 20, 20, 20, 10. You can pick a more aggressive flow if you like, if you know what flow does. If you notice, like this is off, but this is on, right? So this cleans the brush after every stroke. Okay, so I'm just gonna turn this off so that I can see what I'm doing properly, because it lets me see the color I'm blending, and I'm just clicking and brushing on here and just making sure that I'm blending the colors nicely. So what you don't want to do is kind of drag this white over this way. You don't want to do that. You want to kind of drag the red to the red. I usually like just recommend like tapping through, if that makes sense. Tap and drag, tap and drag. And this is kind of like coloring something in. You want to kind of move in one direction when you tap and drag, you know, or the same direction, depending on the colors that you're working with. So yeah, if I'm like up here, I want to tap and drag. And if I started tapping and dragging in this direction, then I should continue to do so the whole time. And then if I tap and drag here and I was going up and down, you should continue to do so the whole time as well. So yeah, that's what I mean. Well, I realized I also forgot to retouch her nose, but her nose looks quite okay, to be honest. Her nose looks quite okay. Noise, median. I'm just gonna do it just to like kill some of that highlight on her nose. All right, cool. So right now, this is what we've got. So we started here and now we're here, right? Before, after. So, okay, photo looks great, right? But it's just a little, it's missing some dimension, you know, dodge and burn and the like. So I won't show you how I dodge and burn because like it's a lazy technique. I'm just gonna use my action. Yeah, there's definitely better ways to dodge and burn, but I kind of prioritize speed, like, and a good result. And yeah, I don't want to make this tutorial like ages long, but if you would like a tutorial on dodge and burn sometime, I'd be happy to demonstrate and also show you how this technique works. It's really easy, honestly. Yeah, it's just not something I would recommend like to beginners, so I'm just not trying to poison you guys if there are any beginners here, you know. All right, I'm just gonna increase my feather there. Put that up there. All right. I'm sorry if my mouse moves funny, guys. Like I said earlier, it's a bit wishy-washy. Okay, so this looks good. Now we just want to control the effect. All right, just gonna reduce this, add a little bit there. All right, good stuff. Why do these people outside keep counting down? Jeez. All right, cool, perfect. I love how that looks. So, yeah, I really love how that looks. So some people might tell you that, oh, the skin is not like 1000% even or whatever, but like, this is just like how I do it, you know? And like, yeah, to each his own, I guess. It's a thing of taste, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, but I really like retouching my skin this way. Next, I'm just gonna do some bit of color grading. I really like what my dodge and burn did, like with my background, so I'm gonna keep it that way. So I'm gonna say Command Shift Alt E to just flatten this image, right? And also I'm gonna press M for my marquee tool, this, and I'm gonna just like highlight that entirely because I don't like how that looks. It's a little distracting. And I'm gonna press Shift Backspace, right? And then click Content Aware on my fill and say okay. Right, okay, good enough. And I'm gonna do the same thing again because yeah, not very great computing by Photoshop there. Right, that's perfect. Now I'm gonna press Command D to deselect. And we're gonna put some color on this photo. So if you had a preset, this is the time you would put a preset on your photo. right? But I'm not gonna do that. I'm going to go to color balance. Actually, scratch that. I'm gonna go to channels, hold command, click my red channel, right? Then I'm gonna press command shift I to deselect my red channel, right? So now I'm selecting everything but my skin tones. And I'm gonna click on color balance, right? And I think I wanna start with my shadows and add some warmth in there. And maybe some red. I don't know if I like how that looks. All right, let's see. I'll zero that, zero that. Sometimes like this happens, so you just want to start like on something else, and then like everything else will be revealed to you, if that makes sense. All right, so I think I'll add some blues here to cool it down. Maybe some cyans. So you don't really have to copy me on this part. Like, do it the way that like it best fits your image, if that makes sense. Right, so yeah, I think I like how that looks. And I'm gonna go to midtones, put some warm colors in there a little bit, maybe magenta. Yeah, definitely. Cool it again. And my shadows, we meet again, my foe. Yeah, I'm gonna make them bluer. I love that. I love how that looks. Next, I'm gonna go to selective color, and I'm just gonna go to yellows and just liven up my yellows a bit. Be careful not to affect your skin tones if you do this, because reds and yellows are where the skin lies. So yeah, I think I'll do that and that, and I'll go to greens, reduce that, increase that. Let's see, I think I want to reduce that as well, then just put my blacks up a little bit. Yeah, and then I'm gonna go to my whites. I know specifically what I want to mess with, that's the thing. So my cyans on my whites, I'm gonna push that up a little. Yeah, I think I kind of like the color in it. Yeah, I think it kind of looks a little cinematic. I don't want to say that because everyone's using that term so lightly these days. But yeah, here's to the OGs who were using it before it became a thing. All right, increase my yellows, and then my black slightly, just to show the intensity of this. And let's see, what else do I want to do? I'll go black and white, and I'm going to go to luminosity and lower my reds a little and jump up my yellows, bump up my yellows. You see what happens if I'd like to keep them low actually. Yeah, I think I'm good on just stuff to do to the image, honestly. Maybe I might try a photo filter, let's see what happens. Nah, I don't like it. I think it warms the photo up a little too much. Do I like it? Maybe I might a little. Okay, I'm gonna do this. When I'm indecisive, I sometimes do this. Or if I like something a little bit, I'll like do what I do, and then I'll like put it under the other layers, and it becomes like a little weaker. Alright, so do I like that? I kind of do. Maybe I want to pull it down a little bit to like 70. All right, cool. And yeah, I think this image is practically done. I'm just going to say Command Shift Alt E, and then I'm gonna go to Filter, Camera Raw. Remember this? Yeah. And I'm gonna cheat because I know I said I wouldn't do this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm going to actually first I'm just gonna see like if I want to increase my highlights. No, I'm okay. Okay, I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna go back to my presets, and I'm going to go to no, user presets. Yes, and oh, there's my Blackie preset. I need to put that like on into the right folder. Just gonna go down and kind of know what I'm looking for. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Let me try gold 200. No, I don't want that. Okay, yeah, this is kind of where we want to be, like our Iktars and our elite Kodak. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna find the right preset for myself. Iktar 25. All right, there we go. Before, after. It's really subtle, but I really like it. Yeah, it just flattens my tones for me. So Iktachrome 64, that's what I need. I think I'm gonna bring my shadows back and my highlights, yeah. And then I'm gonna go to effects, go to my grain. My roughness is about 65, which is pretty good for me. That's what I usually use. And my grain is usually at 25. So from there, I just like increase or decrease my roughness according to what I like. So a roughness of 77 seems good. Yeah, that's good enough for me. After that, I'm just really experimental when I edit. So sometimes like I might like think to try something that's really silly, but like I'm just trying to see what's gonna happen. So yeah, please forgive me when I mess around. Let me just check what happens if I warm my highlights a little bit. Yeah, I think I like that. I like that. Oh, I love that. Love that. See, sometimes you can test stuff and it works out. So before, after, then let's press OK. All right, cool. Now our before, I'm just gonna hold Alt and click on my bottom layer, my first layer, and that's gonna show me everything. So this is our before and this is our after. Before, after. I really love that. I really love what that looks like. And I'm gonna do something I haven't done like in a super long time. But yeah. I feel like bringing it back just for this image. All right, cool. So Arial, regular, perfect. It's actually meant to be Arial bold. Yeah, move that to the middle. Yep, double click on that. And now I need to think of a catchy line. All right, cool, I've got one. So, all right, no time to wait. And I'm just gonna see what color goes best with this. Let's try black real quick. Okay, black's not too good. What if I do like a really bright yellow? Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, cool. Yeah, and let me just see what my blacks look like if they're lifted slightly. Oh, I kind of like that. I kind of like that. I like that. I like that a lot. So thank you for watching my tutorial. Yeah, this is a very confused guy's tutorial, but I hope you like it. And yeah, make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this. I'm gonna, yeah, and make sure to check out my other videos because it's not just tutorials. Like, yeah, I mostly vlog, you know, and take people out on my photo shoots. So yeah, if you want to see more of my work, just visit my Instagram. It's at Remy Shoots. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Enjoy.